Nowadays, how much money do you have to make per year to have a girlfriend? Are women delusional and losing their mind? Let's find out.
We shouldn't be dating that broke guy with all the sweet words.
Because I think it's selfish to be broke.
40K?
40K is a deal breaker.
That's a deal that's like, oh, absolutely not. No way. Under no circumstance.
No. If you're broke.
Wait, how much does a 40k US dollars equal in Australian dollars? Let's find out. It is 62,000 Australian dollars per year. Honestly, it is not a high income and it is a little below the median income in Australia as well. However, we do need to consider how old he is and if he got any other potentials. For example, you can't expect a fresh graduate to make 100k a year. Come on, that's just not realistic. Personally, I don't mind dating a guy who is making only 40k a year as long as he's lovely, interesting, and reliable. I just don't care, as long as I am happy around him, like say he can make me laugh all the time. I don't care. I can try my best to make more money, or I can try my best to lead him or encourage him to fully develop his potentials so he can make more money and contribute more.
If you're broke when I meet you, you don't stand a chance. Because
What's broke to you? What is defined broke?
you make less than double what I make.
Oh my God, guys, I think I don't really get it here. Is this a cultural difference between Chinese and American? I'm Chinese, okay? One thing I have to make clear is that when I say broke, it means that you don't own any property, you don't own a car, and you don't have any savings. You may or may not have a job. You may or may not be in debt. That's my definition of broke. How if he is only making 50k per year, but he has a house, he has no mortgage? I mean, he is doing much better than most of us. I will never call him broke. So I don't really get it here.
So this is exactly the clown show we're dealing with. Now, I touched on this in a previous video where I said that broke these days doesn't even mean being in debt with no income. And this girl just literally said being broke is making less than double what she makes. So if we zoom out of crazy land for a sec and take a look at some basic numbers from the United States Census, then we see that the median income for men in 2021 was around $61,000, and for women it was around $51,000. So by her definition, that means that every single guy making less than $102,000 a year is considered broke, which is well over the majority of men. However, most women think that making $100,000 is easy and that everybody's making this in their 20s.
I'm 20, so maybe a good 75K right now.
5K?
Yeah, right now. And then 25, it should be like 150. And then 25, it should be like 150.
How much do you think your guy should make?
You should be making the same amount as me.
Same amount as you?
Yeah, I've made 95k in the last month.
The last month, 95K? You think the guy?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you do?
I underwear.
See guys, just sell your undies online and you'll be making 95k a month.
You gotta be
ASAP.
kidding me, oh my God.
I don't know why you broke guys aren't doing this.
Oh my God, guys, you gotta be kidding me, okay? Okay guys, I'm gonna quit YouTube now and this will be my last video. Why? Because I'm gonna start selling my underwears. And guess what, guys? I will offer different flavors. We offer matcha, mint, strawberry, mango, and chocolate. Which flavor do you prefer? I can make more flavors. Come on, make me rich.
Anyways, back to reality. Since the US Census actually cuts off at $200,000 because, common sense, and because only around 11% of all US households make more than $200,000. So that's both men and women combined, which just shows you how extremely delusional it is to expect a guy to make a minimum of $500,000 or even $1 million just to support you and your crazy spending habits, because ultimately that's what it all boils down to.
To take you on vacation,
Offer you a credit card or give you a wage.
buy you a nice gift.
A Pagani BC.
How much is that car?
I don't even know. Probably at least like 1.5 mil for sure.
Oh my
and
What do you mean? You want some really fancy car, but you don't know how much it costs? I mean, what's the purpose? What's the point? Just for showing off? You kidding me? 1.5 million for a car and you don't know why you even want it. Of course, I know you just wanted to show off in front of your friends and family and whatever. Can't a 80k BMW satisfy you at all? Oh my god, 1.5 million. You can buy a house already. And what's the point? Are you going to drive that fancy car to the local food market? No, you wouldn't. You know what? I get it when girls are crazy about fancy bags because they can show off the bags daily, you know, or just different occasions. Personally, I like bags as well, but I'm not crazy about some 1.5 million car.
Least.
Take you to nice hotels.
Something more realistic that I would get. Maybe like some sort of like F12 Ferrari.
Wait, hold up. Her realistic backup car is the Berlinetta F12 Ferrari, which starts at around $250,000. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, right? Now, I'm not against buying expensive things that you've worked hard for and want to enjoy. Just make sure you can easily afford them and not put yourself in a financial mess. However, that's not what's going on here, is it? Because in this modern dating madness, many women just want to be given a $250,000 car or a crazy expensive engagement ring, because when it comes to spending, then all of a sudden they want to be traditional again.
How much should a wedding ring cost?
$62,000.
We'd agreed no more than 3 months of income on his end.
I think a wedding ring should cost as much as is in your couple's budget, but mine personally is going to cost around $600K.
600k. Oh my goodness, 600k. Did she just mean 60k or 600k? I don't know, okay? Maybe I'm from China. That's why there's some cultural difference. 600k for engagement ring, okay? Not even a, oh my god, is it engagement or wedding? I don't care. Engagement ring. Oh my god, 600k. You can buy a house with 600k already. Most guys, they are only able to afford a 6k engagement ring, okay? Not 600k. And why do you want your boyfriend to spend his 3-month wage on a ring? Honestly, I don't even look at people's fingers, let alone their rings. Oh my god, such a waste.
Like either Tiffany Co, Cartier, anything expensive where you could see like a mile away.
2 times his salary.
Jesus is what I said. Jesus is what I said.
Okay, first, can we get a moment of silence for the guy who's dating the last one? I mean, the intensity with which she said 2 times his salary. It's as if it's the most normal thing in the world. R.I.P. bro. Because there is no way that this type of spending...
If he's rich, of course, the bigger the better, the fancier the better. But most of the guys are just, you know, average guys with average income. Just be a little bit more realistic, okay? Instead of spending those 60k, 600k on a ring, on a stupid ring, you can use this money to buy a house together or go on traveling or honeymoon for months, for years.
Stops at the ring, and I'm sure that this dude is probably wasting a lot of money in that relationship. Anyways, moving on, because we have to take a closer look at what's driving all of these insane beliefs, and of course, this brings us to social media.
Hi girlfriends, and welcome back to Claire Banks Style, where we talk about luxury, handbags, travel, fashion. I just want to preface this video by saying that I did not purchase all of this. Like, you know, I don't date broke guys. So,
wow, she has so many fancy shoes and bags. I'm so jealous. Okay, first of all, I don't have any problem with that because I believe when you are in love, it is so natural for you to spend money on the person you love. So I don't judge here. It is quite impressive that she is able to make those rich guys to be willingly to spend money on her. Honestly, she got something, you know, it's not like she has nothing at all. Definitely, this woman is not simple. She definitely got something here.
The biggest problems with social media is that it's normalizing things that are absolutely not normal. 18-year-olds and 20-year-olds buying their first house, that's not normal. Going on holidays 4 times a year, again, not normal. Buying a $250,000 car in your early 20s, that's not even close to being normal. Neither are $1,000 handbags, $500 shoes, or eating golden hamburgers. Even people with generational wealth refuse to spend their money this way, but somehow social media has convinced women that if a guy is unable or unwilling to spend in this manner, then he's broke and you should definitely not date him.
Would I date a guy who brings in $40,000 a year? There's nothing wrong with not wanting to be with somebody because of how much money they make.
Obviously, if someone hasn't got any money, they're not going to be taking you for luxury holidays. They'll be taking you to Tenerife at most. They won't be taking you to Bali or the Bahamas.
Now, this is all part of a larger effort on social media and news outlets to constantly shame men
He's not going to get me a tiny ring. He's going to work 500 jobs.
into spending like idiots on dates, expensive meals, and luxury gifts. Don't buy into this. Because cheap dates are perfectly fine and actually the best way to find out if you even like each other. If you go on this amazing over-the-top date costing hundreds of dollars, is it even the person that you're liking, or is it just the date itself? In Europe, it's perfectly normal to go out on a cheap coffee date or drink date in order to get to know the person and see if you actually have chemistry. But
I don't mind coffee date, I don't mind cheap meal or expensive meal. I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. I only care about one thing, okay? Just one thing. If this guy, he expects me to go 50-50 with him on the first date, I don't care. Maybe it's just $20 pizza or whatever, $40 pho. He expects me to pay half of the meal. Okay, we are finished. It will turn me off immediately like this. What do you mean? We can take turns to treat each other. For example, you treat me this time, next time I will treat you, but 50-50, sorry, I can't do that. That is just too embarrassing and too awkward and too losing face. Yeah, in Chinese we call 丢脸, losing face. I will never do that. Personally, I don't want a guy to take me to some really high-end fancy restaurant on the first date because I don't want to disappoint him. For example, it turns out I don't like him. Then that poor guy, you know, he doesn't have money. He has to pay like say $200-300 for our date and I will never see him again. Personally, I wouldn't do that. It is just so cruel. It is just so heartless.
in the US, you see this heavy emphasis on elaborate dates.
So I think coffee dates are the worst kind of date you can go on, and here's why.
Why I don't believe in coffee dates. Why they are a waste of time. Do not go on a coffee date.
It's extremely low effort, low value. And ironically, it benefits the man and not the woman or the connection.
Actually, you know what? I think coffee date is good in a way because it saves us time. Like say, when you are having a meal with someone, it will take you around 2 hours at least, right? But when you are just having a coffee with someone, it will take probably minimum 5 minutes to 10 minutes. That's great. Like say you found out you are not interested in this person, then you can just run away. However, if you are sitting there eating with that person, like say you feel so bored already, you really want to run away, want to escape, but you know, you're still eating, the food is too nice, you can't stop. It's such an awkward moment. Come on.
You keep hearing these gold-digging influencers talking about how a guy should invest in you from the start, otherwise he's not worth your time.
Men fall in love through investing in women, especially masculine men, right? So
invest in what? If I buy an S&P 500 ETF, I know I'm getting an 8 to 12% return for life, plus dividends. What the hell am I getting buying a girl a $300 dinner on a first date? Sounds like a horrible investment to me. But hey, maybe that's just me. Let me know in the comments what you...
I don't really agree with him here. Honestly, $300, it is not that much. Yes, it's expensive, of course, but $300 is not like $3,000, okay? My point is, if you are able to afford and you can afford and you guys hit it off straight away, you really like her and you can feel that she likes you as well, then what's the problem of spending $300 on a meal with the girl you like? I don't see the problem yet.
You guys think. Now, the women who want a guy to make at least $100K or more claim that this is only for taking care of the family, not because of frivolous spending.
For me, like, it's not about, oh, let me buy me this or take me here or do that. Like, I have every intention of building schools in Africa, of building schools in Africa.
Right. So you want to...
You know what? I want to build some schools in China as well, in those really poor regions.
Rich guys, so you can build schools in Africa. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyways, even if the household income easily exceeds the 6-figure mark, but the guy doesn't make 6 figures himself, then that's still not good enough. This mindset is so mental and completely exposes the big fat lie about how independent women are and that they are now making their own money and they don't need men. Sure, women might make their own money, but a majority of them still don't want to spend it on essential things for the family or on the person they're dating.
I don't want any of my income to be needed in the family. I want the man to be 100% the supporter, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to work and I'm not going to have my own business.
Our money is our money, but her money is her money, right? She's earning for herself.
But it's not 50-50 if his money is our money and your money is yours.
So not only does this expose a very selfish mentality.
Okay, there is nothing wrong to expect your future husband or wife to make a lot of money. Like say you have a goal, I wish my future husband can make say $1 million per year. It is just your wish, it is just your dream, your goal. It is human nature to expect something really good in the future. So personally, I don't judge this. However, it is not normal that you don't want to contribute anything and you just expect your partner to pay for everything, to earn the bread and do everything for you. I mean, aren't you guys the team? You have to contribute as well, right?
Of only wanting to take and never wanting to give, but it actually goes much deeper than that, since as women are starting to make more and more money, they are now shaming men for making less than them, claiming that if a woman is more educated or earns more than a guy, then she's dating down. The people who say this nonsense are the same people who will celebrate a guy stepping down from a job to support the career of his wife, but then make fun of men in general who are stay-at-home dads. Because this whole six-figure obsession, together with other ridiculous dating standards and overall just terrible dating advice, is leading to an ever-increasing group of women chasing a tiny group of high six-figure or even seven-figure men to then complain that they are getting played and discarded by those same men.
Honestly, 100K per year, it is not that much. What I'm trying to say is that 100K per year is not something like crazy, unachievable, okay? It is still possible. So it is not like those women are just delusional and losing their mind to asking for 100K per year. If the lady is expecting some seven-figure per year, like say, what does that mean? $1 million per year, then it is crazy. How many guys can make $1 million per year? Probably they are the top 10% or top 5%. I have no idea. And of course, if you only want to date the top 10% guys, then there will be some situation that you are competing with a lot of women who are much younger, prettier and sexier and funnier than you or smarter than you. It is hard. Then those guys have so many choices. They will just, like this, they change girlfriends like this. You are just,
This is exactly how you get situations like the Tinder swindler. By the way, this was just one guy playing a handful of women, and they make a whole Oscar-worthy movie about this, blasting it across every single news station. While at the same time, millions of men worldwide are getting tricked into paying child support for kids that aren't even theirs.
Carnell is a wanted man because he refuses to do what the state orders and pay child support for a child that DNA tests prove isn't his.
What?
A child he doesn't even know.
I haven't even had a chance to really speak to him except for one time when we took the DNA test.
No way. I mean, I don't understand the law in the US or Europe, but I will never ever pay for someone else's kid. I mean, you can kill me, okay? Please just kill me straight away. I will never work my ass off to pay for some other person's kid. I don't get it here.
Anyways, this all comes down to social media brainwashing people into thinking that six-figure incomes are the norm and that anything less is living in poverty. However, demanding a minimum of $100,000 a year of income for a guy when you yourself only make $40,000 makes absolutely zero sense. This was Six-Figure Madness.
Interesting thing is that if a woman is making 100K per year, she will prefer dating a guy who is making at least 100K per year as well. If a woman is making 50K per year, she will also prefer dating a guy who is making much more than 50K per year. Which means, listen carefully, okay? Guys who are making 50K per year or less will stand no chance with women because neither women have high income nor women with low income want to date them. We should have a little bit sympathy for guys who are making 50K or less per year, okay? Because nobody cares about them. We are just talking about gold diggers and top 10% men and those high income women and men, but we never talk about guys who are making 40K per year, 30K per year, 50K per year. Seriously, this is the main point about this whole video. We need to pay a little bit more attention to this minority, okay? They are so ignored and so unwanted. What I learned from this video is that if we want to live the life we want, we need to work for it, okay? We need to be the one to achieve the goal. We shouldn't project our expectations into others. We shouldn't and we can't rely on our future husband or future wife to make our dream come true. Why? Because people change and nothing lasts forever. Your rich husband, they may fall in love with some really beautiful and much younger, smarter, sexier, funnier mistress one day. Then what can you do? Also, I think in today's society, both men and women should take more accountabilities in life. Men should be more like men and women should be more like women.